Hello and welcome to the Fridays with Alice edition of the Daily Downbeat. This week's song is Poison, which comes off the 1989 album Trash. This song became an instant classic. It just is a 1-2 knockout punch. And we covered this on the Fridays with Alice blog, and I really think there's an excerpt out of that that's really pretty good. But let's look at the lyrics first, and then we'll go from there. Your cruel device, your blood like ice. One look could kill, my pain, your thrill. I want to love you, but I better not touch. I want to hold you, but my senses tell me to stop. I want to kiss you, but I want it too much. I want to taste you, but your lips are venomous poison. Your poison running through my veins, your poison. I don't want to break these chains. Your mouth so hot, your web I'm caught. Your skin so wet, black lace on sweat. And so that's a pretty self-explanatory narrative in some ways. And so let me just read this excerpt and then we'll kind of go from there. Poison is the seductive tale of someone caught in the web of temptation, admittedly knowing that this affair with lust is a venomous ordeal. It's obvious there's a sexual nature to the song, but let's also look at it from the perspective of other addictions as well. Couldn't the senses be trying to stop any number of substances or afflictions? Alcohol, gambling, drugs. Couldn't the kiss be from the rim of a bottle? The hot mouth from the heat of a crack pipe? The truth is, the temptations of sin are all quite the same. They are poison running through the veins of humanity. You know, that's really kind of where we're going to go with this. There's so much to say about temptation. Even Christ was tempted, spending 40 days in the wilderness. And we talked about this in the Stolen Prayer podcast, that all Christ was equipped with was the Word. And he was able to fight off those temptations through the Word of God and through bringing that up and using that. And so really, the simple narrative today is going to be talking about displacing those thoughts and displacing those temptations, because really our mind is where this battlefield takes place. It all really kind of stems on our thought process, so to speak. And Psalms 119, 130 says, "The entrance of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple." And it's so true. Like, even talking about Christ in the wilderness, it's his word that spoke truth and fought off the temptations of the enemy. And so we really have to know how to combat these things. We really have to take that sword that we're given in the armor of God and know it to be his word. It's our only real weapon against the world sometimes, is to know it inside and out. Okay, so looking at Ephesians 6, 11 through 18, it reads, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world," the spiritual realm, "and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people." So prayer and the armor of God are the best ways to fight the poison in this world. And that, again, is the sin of humanity. I mean, you can look at this song multiple ways. It's not just about sexual lust. It is any lust that fills those desires in our heart that pull us away from him. And so let's strive towards that. Put on your full armor of God every single day and stay thoughtful and in prayer. Keep the battlefield of your mind rehearsing His words and covering all of those other temptations that come in. So that's today's Daily Downbeat. I hope to catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.